All right, this should be going. Okay. Let's see. Should be good now. All right. Yeah, should be good. Everybody be good? Yes, sir. Okay. Everybody, Discord, please feel free to ask me questions. Just choose a chat. If you guys want to use the trades chat, or if you want to use like the server general chat, great. I was getting everything up for us today. So I wanted to address a couple cool I truly believe this cycle, I had the vision, okay? And for our group, we have a lot of great minds who have a lot of various views on how they, perceive cryptocurrency, how they allocate their portfolios. What I can say is across our whole crypto strategy school, CSS, um, we have absolutely killed it. I mean, we got guys in here, we got leverage trades going on when the market's bad, and even when the market's bad or sideways, right? When we say the market's bad, and when we look at this, there's been a big question comes to mind. But what I'll say is, even during turmoil, sideways action, or alts going down, our group pulled like almost a 2x within like a few hours. Okay, like while most people were probably sleeping last night, we pulled a 2x on QQQ. So it's a spinoff of like the SPX 6900. You guys know where that went. And so it absolutely does have room to grow. It'll be if people choose to invest in it, if it can actually attract some whales that say, hey, this one, the QQQ, right? And we also can laugh about the QQQ. I think everybody has heard it from Benjamin over the years, how much he talks about the QQQ, but we all, have to understand it in order to be effective in crypto. But, it's a well-known thought. It's a great cryptocurrency. It's branded great. And it's called QQQ on Sol. And so what I wanted to get into is like we pulled like a 1.5x, probably like 2x almost, like a meet, like bam, like overnight call, another call, this is during the market downturn, and we're having calls just to, I like to get the group, and I even like to prepare myself again, always. And the one thing I wanted to say here is this, is we can forget not to take profit, but there is a difference, okay? And for all you guys out here, super glad you're supporting me. I do this for you guys, I do it for myself. We have absolutely been, crushing it. The calls have been, great. Just for those that may not know that have been here, we have a strategy, hence the name, but hence that, like for myself, okay, I go by SatoshiCheck. We spend hours researching. Last night I was up until 5 a.m. researching, okay? Like it never stops. I was up till 5 a.m. researching. And what I want to say by this is I wanted to talk today about some interesting picks, some picks we already have, and picks we had before anybody was shouting to the hilltop. One of those being, and you can go look at my old videos, when it was doing nothing. Nobody wanted to hear anything about it. Nobody wanted to shout it out. The House of Crypto, yes, I'm talking to you, House of Crypto was all like ICP, like sit some other bridge, like, and I think we had another gentleman. I know he's from the UK. He's a nice gentleman. I think his name is it Sheldon. I think he talks about ICP and HBAR a lot, but he was talking about wormhole, and I messaged him and I'm like, hey man, like just to be honest with you, man, like for all the followers that you have, I didn't do social media and it's why I don't have a following that big yet. But my group can speak for me, and this isn't out of pride, but my group can speak and attest to, what I do in the crypto community, and I've done this for a very long time. And I believe his name's Sheldon. Um, but yeah, he's the guy that always talks about ICP. He's talking about AERO lately, which was a call of mine when nobody believed it. In Axlar, I told him he was shouting out wormhole. He's like, wormhole's the next biggest thing in the world. And I pointed out to him, I said, you do understand Axlar has been around longer. Axlar is a full stack decentralized platform that you can build dApps, gaming, run AI, run agents. It is a full layer one that comes in itself fully operable with ZK proofs. Okay. Insecurity challenge is ranked higher than layer 0, higher than wormhole, and its security is similar strong. Axlar was rated slightly stronger than Chainlink, but they were around the same. The difference is Chainlink barely connects any links. So that's the problem. And also, guys, for those that don't know about Chainlink, I'm going to tell you something. Chainlink token means nothing. Get that right. Yeah, that is a heartbreaker. People are actually trading over emotion on a lot of coins. The coin Chainlink has very little substance of value to it. Okay, people aren't using Chainlink, to pay gas fee. It's I'd have to double check, and I don't want to speak too much on it because they could have done something different in the roadmap. So I'm not going to speak if they're doing a different mechanism or not because I haven't checked in on Chainlink specifically. But what I will tell you is Axlar was called in this group. And I told everybody, I'm stacking up on Axlar. 30 cents, stack it up, stack it up, stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. There's been a floor. It's been a floor that just won't budge. And the IEO price, okay, of Axlar was $1. Meaning that's absurd, guys. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, I think I could pull up virtuals here. And this is what you're just going to, be like, SatoshiCheck. Like, this can't be, real. Like, you can't be real about this. I'm like, yeah, I am real about this. So like virtuals, like fundraising, you're going to see how much they're already up. Okay, so they raised like barely any money compared to Axlar, like 16.23 million. Their all-time high on return was already an 8x. Okay, they paid 66 cents, and then this IDO price was 1 penny. They are 111.25x up already on Virtuals Protocol. Okay, 111x up on Virtuals Protocol, guys. Okay, so this is my theory, and I'm not here to talk about virtuals. I'm here to talk to the group. Okay, I am going to continue. Okay, the meme plays, the flips. Things that can actually turn into something. There's some long-term holds of mine. I am holding mass. There's a lot of calls rallying behind that. I truly feel like when it picks up, it could gain some listings as well as the community behind it. It's sticking really strong behind the project. It's holding up fairly well. It's consolidating. I think Mask is a long-term hold. I just got some Mask, Cat with Mask. It's definitely very, I picked it up on a snipe when it was, it was hitting off all the cola alerts. And so I have a system where I've programmed to track wallets, track smart money, track Twitter or X accounts. And you're going to have to forgive me. I was up all night researching, and I felt the need that I should be here today and should tell you about what I've came to the conclusion of. And when I say this, nothing I say is financial advice, nor is it guaranteed. But one thing I've learned about crypto, okay, cryptocurrency, okay, is whatever you think, it's always the opposite. And, shout out to Alex Becker, good guy. I do believe AI is going to be a niche that when this bull run really gets going, is going to pump. Like, I think there's going to be like a lot of, AI that gets pumped. But more so, do I believe, and this is my belief, right, guys, that AI will be pumped not due to them saying this is going to be around for the next 50 years in crypto, 20 years, 10 years in crypto. I do not believe that. Let me drink some coffee here. I do not believe that. The reason why is because a lot of these tokenomics are kind of predatory tokenomics. Like they have very low supply, like say like 93 million, 100 million. Like if you look at like Goldfinch, which is RWA, like just very low supplies, very low distribution of tokens. So it's very easy to be like a whale, or even somebody like me. Like I could take like 200,000, dump it into a chart, and like on a 93 million total, tokens, and only half of those are released. You're looking at like 40, 50 million tokens in circulation. Like it doesn't take much to send a god candle out of nowhere. And so, like, I get it that like people are like AI is the biggest niche this cycle. I tended to argue that from a while ago. I looked into all of these AI projects. There are some, like I have spoken on TARS AI, and I am holding TARS AI. The reason why was they have a recent integration with Apple, iOS, as well as they're building on Sol. Sol has a connection to the Federal Reserve. Because USDC is known to collude with the Federal Reserve, Trump launched his meme coin on Solana. So I'm going to cut to the chase here. Okay. So I told my group, if you had been in our group, you would have known, and you would have already, when everybody's sitting here trying to leverage and bet the market up and down and losing half the money, gaining half of it back, gaining it back, losing some. If you had just been with me, okay, during this turmoil, with this group, we have made, I'm not saying we did 100x, okay? But what we did do is do multiple X's. Axelar went to 75 cents. That was a 2x. Even if you did a stop loss at 50 cents, you almost did a 2x, okay? And so, Aerodrome, I was telling everybody, DCA months ago. I knew why. Why? Because Coinbase, I knew with the Trump legislation coming, finally we were getting crypto friendly regulation. I knew that due to that USDC, not Tether, because Tether is like the bad problem child that they don't like as much as Circle. Circle's the more well polished hero child of the family, the firstborn, right? Circle is just the chosen one, right? And so I thought about it from many, many months ago, and I said, what's interesting is in JP Morgan's Future of Wealth Management document that's 50 pages, they specifically talk about using Axelar as their main interoperability chain abstraction protocol. The reason being is they stated that the number one issue with blockchains and the future of blockchains will be held in one core technology, which is interoperability and the ability for liquid assets to be moved across multiple liquidity pools, across multiple chains. And Axelar is a full interoperability layer. It has a full stack, and I'll go into some of the details about Axelar here in a little bit. But right now, I want to tell you what I'm doing in a thesis I have. I believe that, and this is going to be me right now, is I am buying Bitcoin. I always buy Bitcoin. Okay, don't get that wrong. But what I am doing is I'm taking a calculated risk. And this group has followed me, and we are a big group, by the way, guys, and everybody is cared about here. We don't short anyone here. If you come here, we like some places. I'll be honest with you. I actually haven't paid to be in any other groups, but I've been to a few crypto groups. Just check them out. Know a couple of friends, and some of them are predatory. John Crypto, if you are new, I'll tell you any day, that guy's out to, I've never been in his group. But what people told me, like, he is a predator. Okay. Like, he literally has a buy and sell button. So what he does is, he'll buy into a low meme coin with a hefty amount of change. Like, say I took $75,000 and bought this meme coin and then told you guys out of nowhere, this meme coin just really popped off and you guys need to pile on. And then I'm like, okay, great. I got them to pile on. Now I'm going to yank the cord and it goes down. Then I tell you guys, hey guys, it's just a dip. Just buy it again. That is complete fraud. And I know you do it. And that's okay. That's not what this video is about. What this video is about genuine people that want to help you. And, here we do. We win together. Here, at least in the crypto strategy school, we win together. Okay, we win together, and I know people are with me attesting to that in Discord. I know they attest to that. That everyone that's been with me has been on a winning team. Because we have done nothing nonstop but win, even in turmoil. And so, what I want to say here today is I have a different thesis. Everybody is going on about AI. And DeFi used to be to crypto natives, and this is many years ago before they, Ethereum, for those that don't know, that weren't around to buy your first Ethereum at just a few bucks, Ethereum was marketed as the first programmability layer, okay? Built the first programmable money, so to speak, DeFi, right? Programmable money, smart contracts, right? And so Axelar came along, and its branding was so eerily similar. And this is what I'm going to tell you strange, is they said, Ethereum built programmable money. We have built programmable interoperability. And I tried to tell a few people, and it did get through to some people. I actually had, I believe his name is Sheldon. He actually did a video about Axelar after I told him. He's a really good guy. He probably, just hadn't heard of Axelar. The reason why is Wormhole was wash farmed by a bunch of influencers that got airdrops. And Wormhole, okay, and I'll tell you what happened is Axelar was funded, and they had it all. I mean, and they still do. What amazed me about Axelar and drew me to Axelar was out of the gate. And feel free, guys, to message, anything that you guys have questions or want to share. Yeah. So what brought me to Axelar before anyone else? Like, I'm not saying there's not someone out there that was in Axelar before me. Like, of course there is, but nobody was talking about Axelar except for me. Like, you can go back months ago, and I'm sitting there telling people Axelar, like, you're missing it. Like, and everybody's like, like, you don't know anything. Like, Ondo, ICP, like, you're an idiot. Like, Axelar, really? Like, and I'm like, you guys do know that, like, Axelar reached highs that some of your coins that are doing, like, well, so to speak, right now haven't even reached when it was those altcoin rallies when, stuff like, Axelar went past $3. It says 274, I believe, is an all-time high, but that's a lie. It did wick higher than that. I watched it. And there's some discrepancies against various sites, but we're not getting into that. What I am getting into is that off the bat, when I found Axelar, it had already secured major partnerships. It had secured a partnership with Microsoft, partnership with BlackRock through Ondo Finance. Ondo Finance was part of their core infrastructure. Their core infrastructure included Celestia, Filecoin, Economy. We are talking about they were the first partner in the Microsoft Azure marketplace. They were partnered with MasterCard. They were partnered with the XRPL, and now you're hearing so much more finally about how they are making the XRPL. And we were talking about Ripple that's going on, that is fighting the good fight, that is here to stay. I mean, whether you believe Ripple is a centralized shitcoin, that's totally up to you. But XRP is a great, coin to trade. It can very much be a great coin to trade. And hopefully that's what this group can help you do. And what's recent is Axelar actually has integrated with more and more blockchains, but not just that, they have done they did a pilot with Deutsche Bank. And it's huge. Deutsche Bank, huge collaboration. But now it's in final print that they have chosen to use Axelar. Now, what does all this matter? Okay, this is why it matters. Axelar stands to benefit immensely. And it could pull a chain link. And people have no idea. People could literally be sleeping on this whole idea. And I'm going to give you guys a couple coins that I'm thinking about today. And I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm a bit tired of staying up on my researching. Let me see. Anyways, so what I'd like to say is, I am super bullish on Axelar. Okay. And not just that, but I'm super bullish on the stablecoin narrative. Okay. Because Axelar, these are my bets for the cycle. And I'm actually going to be doing a live stream. I really want to get on with you guys today just for a little bit. I'm going to be putting more plays out. This group alone has been tearing it up. We have meme coin trades and all that fun stuff to get our spot bags ready. But I want to tell you guys, and this is going to be important. I'm going to do a rewind. I'm going to get some sleep. I stayed up till 6 in the morning researching with some buddies because I had them come into town. Told you guys that I had to leave town for a while, unfortunately. So it has been a super long week on me. Please forgive me. But what I want to talk about is I don't believe it's going to be the AI niche. I believe AI is going to pop off because of the tokenomics, because it is predatory tokenomics, and we can take advantage of that, and we will. Our group is going to be here to take advantage of every niche, every narrative. We will be here, and we are going to keep doing what we are doing right now today. Our group already took something and 1.5x'd it. You can laugh about 1.5x, but most people are losing money on their spot bags right now while we're 1.5x and stuff. So, what I will say is we are working every day in this group. Okay, but I have bets. I'm betting Moonwell. They explicitly just added an XRP-based USDC collateral reserve loan. They are USDC based, okay, on the base platform, okay, that they have their own credit card that you can get paid in US fiat and buy in USDC. So, or load it up with USDC, spend in fiat, vice versa. It is insane. It is extremely undervalued. You've seen meme coins of the likes of Turbo that has 70 billion tokens, reach, did multiple X's. Imagine a cryptocurrency that is basically its own bank. Okay, lending stable coins, giving APRs for stable coins, right? You can go right now and get a 16% APR for staking USDC. Like, this like for me, nothing's financial advice, but to say, oh, this isn't going to be a 20x. This could never be a 30x. This could never be a 50x. I would slow down because we don't do price predictions. But if we are talking about that, this is becoming, Circle is up there in the stock market, making waves. It's making waves in the business. I am doing a presentation this week with you guys, and when I'm not so tired, and I'm doing this because I promised I'd be here today. I am. Their Circle stands to save companies millions of dollars by using their services. They will be using Circle, and it's called a hair on fire problem. What that means is everybody's going to want to have it for their business. So if they look at Joe Schmo over there and he's like, hey guys, you can come buy my product for $2 because guess what? I'm not paying that much anymore on my fees. And you're like, well, I have to charge them $3 because I'm going to want to go use USDC, UDSC, stablecoin. I'm going to want to go use stablecoin, right? And I'm going to want to use that platform. So there's a hair on fire a problem that USDC is fixing. Is they are saving costs for businesses. This is going to get bigger. And what I have researched, and I spent hours last night with some friends. One came from Italy. The other came all the way from the UK. Okay, so we got two came all the way here. I told you guys I had to do some some things came out, some travel. But what we have thought is that this is becoming more legitimate by the second. And if that is true, if USDC is integrating with Shopify, okay, that's big, okay? And they're going to be using USDC for payment rails. And you have something like Moonwell, okay? You have Axelar on base. Remember, Coinbase Ventures, Binance Ventures, Polychain, all of them are deeply invested in Axelar. Axelar has had its own ETF filed by Canary Capital, okay? You have them facilitating liquidity across blockchains. Axelar already has its own Axel USDC pair, okay? And you have something like Moonwell, which is, I consider in a term, an aggregator. It's a DeFi lending platform, but it's an aggregator because for me, it's literally, it's encapsulated by USDC. It is a USDC, earn money on your USDC, do things with your USDC. It is a lending platform. I am going to be talking when I come back on this week about some certain coins that stand to benefit. So today I just wanted to bring up that I will be researching for you guys, and I am going to keep putting out meme coin plays. If you want to be a part of the Crypto Strategy School, please come sign up. Guys, we are always making moves. We're not just analyzing the market. We got guys analyzing the market. We got me finding the next play. We got it all going on. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in today. And I'm going to finish what I need to talk about because it's going to take a while. But I believe there may be a lot of money coming to the right DeFi stablecoin crypto platforms this year. Not only from TVL that's going to flood in, right? But also from a new wave in history with the Genius Act, with the stable coins. And so I think people are going to focus so narrowly on AI that they're going to forget that we have stable coins. And Axelar is one of the biggest plays of mine for stable coins because people don't relate it to stable coins, but it's the whole reason the XRPL and XRP can use RLUSD Axelar. And why didn't XRP pick Chainlink to do it? Because Axelar is a one stack protocol. It has like the IBT service, like the interconnected blockchain token service. I'd have to double check the name, but yeah, they got the token service. They got the bridge, the routers. They have, I mean, and it's not your any old bridge. They have GMP, general message passing. They have it all in a one-stop shop, one click, any language, no code required. You do not. So it simplifies the whole process of fragmented liquidity, which is the biggest problem. When I look at a crypto, I'm saying, what problem is it solving, right? And so if we need to allocate our portfolios and change them, we will. But guess what? In this group, we had it right from the start. Axlar was called. Aerodrome was called. And in the midst of all this, they are still gaining ground, right? And we are going to be rotating. You know, myself, I am going to be rotating into some coins for narrative pumps. And while we're going, just, you know, to keep moving and to remember to take profit. We're going to get used to taking profit. So when it's time, it's okay to take profit. You don't feel like I'm going to hold, I need to hold, I need to hold. That's what killed me many years ago. Now we take profit. So guys, I'm out for the day. I will talk to all of you guys soon. Like I said, I was up super late because they had to leave on a flight this morning. Both of them had flights, so I am out for today. I will talk to you guys soon. And, you know, once again, it is always a pleasure to be here with you guys. And, you know, Satoshi, check out. Thank you all for everything. All right, guys. Talk